What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Happy Marriage Monday.
Welcome to
How's
Marriage
everybody?
Monday. So good to have you guys back.
Yes, welcome back.
Yes.
So we were talking, he and I, about
Me?
about the subject of, well, we were talking about social media, but we were talking about how a couple times a year, I usually do this. Sometimes you join me on it, but a couple times a year I'll do like a hard reset with my diet where I just kind of do like a detox for usually 4 days.
Usually after the holidays.
After the holidays or a series of birthdays where like
Yeah.
you know, like you're on the wagon or you're off the wagon. I'll find myself under the wagon with like repeated days of chips and salsa for dinner. I'm just, and I'm not like a crazy eater, but like I'll detox a couple times a year, just kind of reset my body, remind my body that like it's not in control, but I am. I know.
All those cravings, it gets rid of those cravings.
It actually does. Yeah. I mean, like for me, 4 days, and I'm like kind of reset. So anyway, I do that a couple times a year. And we were talking about that last night about how, and we haven't done this for a while, but like a hard reset for ourselves for like social media, like doing a detox. We've done it before, but it's been a really long time. And you had watched like a movie or some sort of a special.
Yeah, a couple people at the Father's House actually recommended I watch this show. It's a documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma, and so I've been watching it, and it's a documentary from people, ex-employees, really high up in the chain at Twitter and at Facebook and at YouTube, and these ex-employees are basically talking about how when they were involved in it, they crossed a moral line. And in that it wasn't just social media, but they said they were now manipulating people. And one of the statements that just kind of freaked me out was they said, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. And so every time you and I are interacting with social media, it is keeping tabs. This AI.
Oh, like the algorithms.
The algorithms are keeping tabs to know what to post, to know how to get us to keep going on.
I'm not like a conspiracy theorist because ain't nobody got time for that. But there's been times where I've just we've talked about something that I'm looking for or shopping for or want to look at, and it pops up on my like Instagram,
that's happened to me
just
too.
On my feed for things.
You haven't even searched for it yet.
No, I mean, stuff will pop up. Like if I'm looking for bikes will pop up on my feed. But there's been times where I've just talked about something and it's popped up, and I'm like,
Siri is always listening.
It's crazy.
Yes. So
again,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it's now gone.
So our what you're saying is our social media experiences are not just ours in terms of what we think they are, like us, updating posts and looking at pictures and yada yada, but it's actually we're being tracked. It's kind of like conspiracy theory, but it's true. Is what you're saying.
They have all the data to back it up. Do you remember the Truman Show?
Yeah.
With
I love that movie.
With Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
and he doesn't realize that everybody is watching him. It was Jim Carrey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't realize that everybody around the world is watching him. That was before the social media boom.
Yeah.
But it was kind of prescient in that it was showing that this whole world was manufactured to get advertising dollars. And so they would try and manipulate the situation. Remember, they put like products in front of him. Like his wife would be like, and let's use this baking powder for our cookies, and he's like, why are you talking like that, right? And but that's actually what's going on right now. And they were pointing out in this documentary that we think we're in control of what's in our social feed, but they're actually controlling us. Yeah, and so they said it's like 2.7 billion Truman shows, like everybody around the world constantly with their faces in the phone.
So all of our interactions are being tracked and
really manipulated to go towards things that they have already found out you and I like.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so then what's dangerous is that not only are we decreasing actual conversation like this and with our kids, but we are actually decreasing our ability to be able to have conversations with someone that disagrees with us. And so we end up in what they call an echo chamber, where we only have on our feed people that just bolster whatever conspiracy theory we have, whatever political viewpoint we have. That's all that ends up in our feed because they found out that we will go on it more if we find people that are simply backing up what it is that we already believe.
Right. Well, and
Yeah.
conversely, if we're not developing intentionally communication with live people face to face, we will hide behind a screen. Sometimes you see this and debate and get in these conversations politically, especially with people we disagree with.
Yeah.
And be very vocal on a screen much more than we would face to face. If we were talking to people face to face, we probably wouldn't be as hostile.
Right. So
Maybe.
the whole idea of agree to disagree has completely disappeared. Civil discourse has completely disappeared,
I
and
agree.
now we're in shouting matches
Right.
with people that we don't even know on social
Right.
media, if we are even hearing from anybody that sounds different from us. And so for me, it was kind of like in the same way where we detox after eating a whole bunch of food that we probably shouldn't be. I feel like I want to detox from social media. And my birthday is coming up next week. Yours is the week after. And typically what I try to do is get away, you know, like I've gone to a monastery sometimes. This year it's not going to happen because it's just crazy. But I wanted to do it as a family, and we talked about
We did.
what if we did a social media detox,
A family social media detox.
Yeah, and so we're talking
The
through
first
it with the
response
boys.
I got was, nah, that's okay. I'm like, well, we're going to kind of do it as a family. So
Yay.
we're positioning it like it's optional.
Yeah.
It's not really optional.
Yeah, and then we're going to
Yeah.
fill that time that we would normally spend watching or looking at a screen or someone else's opinion or eating junk food from some political pundit. Listen, you and I already know how we're going to vote. We're about to fill out our ballots.
Yeah.
And so we're going to fill out our ballots. We're going to turn them in. We're done. And then you and I can just kind of fast or cleanse
Yeah.
our palate from all of the toxic conversations going on right now.
Yeah, not that we're trying to hide our heads in the
No,
sand, but
no.
just I think it's like that soul scrub.
Yeah.
It's that opportunity that we do. And for us, it's just our choice to do it. Not that social media is wrong. I wouldn't say
No,
it's wrong
no.
or bad. Or I think it's just sometimes we have to do a hard reset. And this is an opportunity that we're taking and we're challenging our family to take.
Yeah.
And we'd like to challenge you to take this week and just do a hard reset. You know, a lot of us are on different social media platforms for work. I continue to manage my work's social media platform, so that will stay the same.
But on the personal side.
But for this week, not that I post a lot, but I'm on there quite a bit. So just to take that breather, my first thought is, oh my gosh. And then it's like, oh, I don't think it's going to be as hard as I think it will be. I think I'll actually enjoy the mental free space.
Yeah.
So we want to challenge you with joining us this week, starting tomorrow, Tuesday. What's the day tomorrow? Tuesday.
It's going to be the 20th.
20th. Tuesday the 20th through the following Monday, which is whatever that is.
That's the
27th?
26th.
Nope, 27th. Because your birthday is
on Wednesday the 28th.
Okay.
27th. Yes.
I don't have a calendar. in
The
front of me, I'm
26th.
sorry.
And so there won't be a Marriage Monday next week because we're going to encourage you to just take some time away
Unplug.
from social media, but we are going to be talking about how you feel, how you were able to connect. Maybe your brain was thinking it was a little bit clearer, maybe some more connection time with
Maybe
your family,
you can't handle it and you're
with
like,
the
forget
Lord.
these
Yeah, or
people.
maybe you're just like, no, I tried it for 2 days and then I went back on. No
Yeah.
judgment here.
Well, and also, if it's not something you want to do, that's cool too.
Yeah.
But if it's something you want to join us in just for fun, even for like 2 days, message us. Let us know if you're going to join us. If you're not, that's okay too. But if you are, let us know. We'd love to hear how it's going for you after the fact, I guess, because we won't
Yeah.
be checking
Yeah.
if it's updating otherwise. But we'd love to hear next week.
Yeah, and the following week we'll share kind of what we picked up and we'll just journal down different observations. But I wanted to close with this 30,000 words, you guys. 30,000 words a day the average person hears.
Yeah,
and so
that sounds right.
by cutting out some of those superfluous words. Yeah, isn't that a great word? Maybe we can hear more of our Savior's words. Maybe we can hear more of our kids' words. Maybe more of our spouse's words. Because who doesn't want to hear more from your spouse, right?
Definitely not me.
Wait, definitely not
me.
you? Anyways, it says here in Proverbs 10, it says, when there are many words, transgression and offense are unavoidable. But he who controls his lips and keeps thoughtful silence is wise.
That's good.
Right now we are drowning in words and there's a poverty of presence. We're not actually being present with each other because we're feeding each other so many words. And so I think that just even 1 week, I think we're going to see a difference.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to try it
I'm
out.
actually excited to try it
Yeah.
too. I mean, I'm gonna miss like Pinterest and stuff, but it's all good. It'll still be there when I get back.
Yeah, exactly. So we can't wait to take this journey with you. We can't wait to hear your thoughts on it. Please leave in the comments below if you're planning on doing this. Maybe even spread the social media detox challenge to
Yep.
others if you'd like friends and family to join in with you. It's actually a great thing to do as husband and wife because then you're helping each other when you're tempted to go for the phone. And I'm not going to do it because we're doing this together.
That's right.
All right.
Together.
On that note, we will see you guys in 2 weeks. There's also
right.
not going to be any Thursday thoughts this week because, again, I'm fasting social media, but I will share more next Thursday.
All right,
All right.
guys.
God bless.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2.
What